The Korean Folk Village is an international tourist attraction where you can experience the past and present Korea at the same time. Hello, nice to meet you. Welcome to Korean Folk Village. Let me introduce myself to you. I'm Miss Bae. Feel free to call me Misu. I'm Korean culture tour guide and volunteer. So I usually speak Korean, and sometimes I explain the Korean Folk Village to foreigners in English. Although I can't speak fluently, I'll do my best. Now, I'll introduce the Korean Folk Village briefly. The Korean Folk Village, which was opened in 1974 and is set in a natural environment and occupies approximately 243 acres. You can think of it as 10 times bigger than a football stadium. It's the home of the true Korean heritage, where many feats of Korean culture have been collected from all of the countries and preserved here for future generations. In the Korean Folk Village, where the customs and lifestyle of past generations of Korea have been faithfully maintained without impairment, and you can experience the various lifestyle of the Joseon period. In fact, the Korean Folk Village has 260 traditional houses. However, I can show you all of them, so I lead to the first places. Where are we? We are in here. Today, I will show you the folk village, totem pole, millstone, pottery exhibition halls, communals and nobles house, Korean style garden, and the provincial government office. And at 11 o'clock, a special time is waiting for us. That's famous music and dance. You can watch Korean traditional performance freely. So, I'll finish explain in front of the performing area. It will take about an hour. Today, my story is Korean traditional houses, very beautiful and scientific. Okay, I hope you enjoy the beauty of nature in the Korean Folk Village. It should be a good time. Excuse me, have you ever seen this before? We call it 정사초롱 in Korean. It's kind of Korean traditional lamp, which is hanging from the tree like that. And this appears often when we introduce Korea. It's a symbol of a big event. You know, 정사초롱 means that welcome to Korea and welcome to my house. And during our tour, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be glad to answer your questions. Next, I am heading for the entrance to the village. Now, we are at the village sanctuary. This place is a shrine of tutorial dairy. All the people of the village come together, prepare the food, and perform the ritual service in early January. There are many religious objects, village shrine, stone altar, and a monolith. The function of these are prevent the bad spirit and epidemics from outside. That is a village shrine where a painting of famous journalist is placed inside, who saved the country from the national crisis. This is stone altar. A long time ago, people used to invoke blessing to the stone altar. They wrote down their wishes on a sheet of paper and tied it to the straw rope. Then their wishes came true. Believe it or not, it's kind of shamanism. Shamanism is the primitive religion of Korea. That is menhir or monolith. It symbolized the man and lots of babies, and it was worshipped for fertility by villagers. The menhir is one of the megalithic culture with the dolmen, Stonehenge, and pyramid. And menhir was built in the Bronze Age. Therefore, Korea has a long history, about 5,000 years, you know. From now on, we'll have a time travel to Joseon. Yeah, to do so, first you need to pass through the inner three passage gate. At the time, only nobles could pass through the main gate, and commoners walked by two small doors. Which gate would you like to enter? Please choose. Wow! Now we are in Joseon. This place is a typical form of Korean village in 19th century. My ancestors lived in this culture and the surroundings about 150 years ago. Almost all of Korean folk village buildings were originally came from all of the Korean peninsula. It's possible to disassemble and assemble like Lego. You know Lego? They built the house without nail. It's connective structure and combines yin and yang. You know yin and yang? Yeah, so one is relocation and the other is reproduction. These days, the Korean folk village is setting for numerous film historic drama. Now, we were warmly welcomed by Jang-seung. It's kind of village god. You can think of it as a divine pole or totem pole. Jang-seung erected the entrance of village, Buddhist temple, and by roadside, it served the landmark and milestone village and guardian angels, as well as it prevents illness and natural disaster from outside. Excuse me, do you speak Korean? Look, that is Chinese written on the wood board. Actually, we have a Korean alphabet. But why did Korean use Chinese character at that time? Many of the Korean cultural elements were originated from Chinese culture. It's only partially true. However, Korea is known for having successfully protected and preserved its unique culture. You know King Sejong, who was the fourth king of the Joseon dynasty. He was wise king and outstanding linguist. At the period, only higher class members could read and write in Chinese. In 1443, King Sejong created Hangul so that all people could read and write in Korean. I think Hangul is best in Korea. It's easy to learn and simple because it's scientifically made. That's the Dutiful Son's monument, which was a national prize to honor dutiful son. Baegonmun, meaning that filial duty is the source of all human life. We think when we do filial piety, we are blessed. That is a millstone. Yeah, how did Korean live? Let's take a look closely. Joseon was an agrarian society, so the main product was rice. A millstone grinded and pulverized grain is too big, so it was worked a cow or horse. Moreover, it's too heavy, that it was a village community property, while the cow was private property. They bring the cow from their home, the cow works and return home again. Excuse me, how long have you been in Korea? And have you ever tried kimchi? How was it? You're right, it's very spicy, but you may get hooked on it. Now, I can't live without kimchi. I love kimchi. But when I was young, I didn't like kimchi because it was very spicy. So I washed it in the water and ate it. However, my mom said to me, kimchi contains digestive enzyme and vitamin C a lot, as well as it prevents stomach cancer and blood flu. So it's good for health. Try it. Now I'm a mom and I have 2 children. I say, kimchi is spicy, but it has a strong immunity. Try, just like my mom. Anyway, Korea has developed and advanced the ceramic culture. This is pottery. It's a breathing vessel. The air hole was made of sand, microscopic pores on the inner wall of the pottery. So they prevent the stored food from going bad, and pottery contains minerals These minerals help improve taste and keep the food fresh for a long time. So, we preserve the kimchi, soybean sauce, red hot paste, and grain. And according to US FDA, it's recognized as an excellent container. The main ingredient for making ceramics clay and firing it at 1200 degrees Celsius for 7 days. Ceramics, the art of clay, that's the first material made by man. Let's see. You should look around the pottery exhibition hall. I will see you here in 5 minutes. In Joseon period, it was a rich hierarchical society. There were nobles, intermediate class, commoners, and servants. Intermediate class, who were born between a noble's father and the commoner's mother, there were many complaints about social discrimination. When they called their father, they called him master. Next, I will show you traditional Korean houses. Korean peninsula runs from the north to south, so the type of houses are determined by social, culture, as well as natural environment, and divided into southern part, central part, and northern part. This is a grain pole or bamboo pole. This is customary New Year's way of praying for abundant crops. It symbolizes the stakes of grain as high as the pole. They wish for fertility, abundance, and their farming to go well that year. When you enter the gate of the house, you should push the gate to open. It means coming of fortune or good luck together in the house. Next, I will show you commoner's house. This house follows a typical form of a southern part. We call it chogajip, thatched house. The roof is made of hay. It's one of the traditional Korean houses. And the houses are all in the straight line and run parallel to each other because the weather is hot and humid. When we open the backside door, it's a ventilated house. And they lived 3 generations. Maybe they lived happily together. Do you think so? Look at the roof. The rice straw is a very good material. It's relatively long-lasting, clean, good insulator, and waterproof. But it's highly vulnerable to fire, and it needs to be repaired every year. This is ondol system. Ondol is a traditional underfloor heating system. A foreigner who visited in the early 20th century joked that Koreans all accustomed themselves to baking their body like a hot bread every night. In 1904, Swedish reporter Asson said, Ondol system consists of 3 steps: fireplace, kudulgore, and chimney. Look at the room. They dug a little bit ground and put a small stone and covered the flat stone on it. Finally, cover the Korean mulberry paper. In ondol, you make a fire in the fire hole. The fire heats the floor and heats warms people. The heat and warm gases are disseminated throughout the underfloor. The smoke comes from the chimney. Ondol was very scientific and good for health. Good heating system around the world make you warm below and cool above. So their feet are warm and their head are cool. The room, it takes place air current circulation, that's a convection. Yeah, look at the door. If we think of doors as a picture frame, the picture changes every time season changes. Shall we go outside? This is a toilet, Korean style toilet. Look at the white paper. That's obituary notice. Yeah, They were hung in the toilet because our ancestors didn't want to put bad things into their house. Look at the urine bottle. Fermented urine is ammonia. It's weak alkali. Someone was bruised by a pinch, so black and blue all off. Fermented urine was effective to heal bruise. It's kind of folk remedy. Yeah. Look, the pumpkin is rolling on the roof. The landscape is one of the Korean style emotion. Free, peace, and cozy. You know, this is 조작방아, which is used to make the grain into powder. Please help me. You put your left foot, I put my right foot on the pedal. Pull it forward. We need cooperation and get into the rhythm. Let's get started. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, good job. This is a fireplace. I think this is Korean traditional medical device. Yeah, it's a fireplace. I'm sitting in front of the fire hole. The heat warms my body. The heat emits far infrared ray and anion. Yellow mud was the fertile and full of vitality. So it's good for woman disease. So I think Korean traditional medical device. Next, I will show you another commoner's house. The northern part of the country is so cold that the structure of the house is square. It's the best to prevent the cold in winter. So they had low eaves. Rooms were closely attached together. Look at the room. The door connects the room with the room. The doors made it possible to people to live indoors in cold winter. Look at the ash tree. The Korean style house is built with a nature-friendly material, such as wood, soil, stone, and paper. So it's possible recycling. Could you guess? What did Koreans do with the ashes? Good job! It was used to wash or get rid of a smell, put grass on the pottery, and a nature fertilizer. Finally, it returns to the nature again. Ash is sodium hydroxide or sodium carbonate. It's a strong alkali substance. So, Hanok is a nature-friendly house and prevent land pollution and global warming. Look, that is a shrine tree. There are 5 colors fabric of blue, red, yellow, white, and black furthering on the old trees. These trees were called the shrine tree is also the village guardians. Our ancestors believed that a wish comes true when stacking their stones while passing by shrine tree. The 5 colors mean keeping evil spirits out of all directions. Today, we'll look around the Korean folk village. Have a good time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Goodbye.